Wait a minute, we're recording? I thought we were just taking a thumbnail. No, you just had me standing here with my mouth open. 5 car flipping hacks that would have saved me thousands of dollars my first year flipping cars. And you guys should know these facts in 2020 to save you guys thousands or even make you guys thousands. My name's Tom. This is Hustle on Finance. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys hacks that would have made me a bunch of money if I knew when I first started out. Let's get into it. Now you can see that my clipboard's gone now because, I don't want everyone to click on my videos, just get my 5 hack ideas and disappear. So I'm just going to test out my editing skills, and I'm going to make everything appear on the screen as I just point, and I'm going to see how cool that looks. Let's test it out. The first hack I'm going to teach you is to BDC. What does BDC mean? BDC means buy dirty cars. And I'm not necessarily talking about cars that are really moldy or have tons of dents and scratches or have ripped seats or missing seats. I'm talking about cars with stupid things missing. I'm talking about cars that are missing batteries. Maybe the interior's dirty. Maybe it's tan interior and there's a little dirt on it because it's been sitting for the last 2-3 years possibly. Those cars seem to go for the cheapest. You seem to be able to get them for under $1,000 9 out of 10 times. And 10 out of 10 times I've made money on these kind of cars. These are my favorite kind of cars because nobody looks at them and nobody knows the actual value because they can't look behind the cosmetics of the car. Me, I only worry about the mechanics of the car, and I can't view that at a public auto auction. I have to wait until I actually purchase the car to figure out what I got. So it's always a gamble. But them ones I feel the most safe, and they're my favorite kind of cars to buy when I'm going to a low-ranking auction with a little bit of money. Number 2 on this list. Ask the auction if you could look at the car prior to buying the car. Originally, when you win the bid, you're going to have to go up there. You're going to have to give them a deposit of some sort. When you give them a deposit, you're going to get sent to another booth. When you go to that booth, they're going to do the not the tags for you. They're going to do the title transfer for you. And when they do the title transfer for you, you have to pay the remaining balance on the vehicle. So beforehand, you ask if one of their employees can take you to go look at the car, because if you go online, you will see in their rules that most likely they give you an hour, maybe 2 hours to view the car. And right there, I'd plug this scanner up real quick, see if it can pass a readiness test. If it can't, hopefully it shows me some codes that that would be red signals, or some codes that weren't so big deals, so I can go off and then I can go pay for the car. And you're going to have to be real adamant about this. You're going to have to bring out your aggressive side a little bit, and you are going to have to demand to see that car before you pay them another $1. Because if you go and see that car, you only got to see it for a few seconds. If you go look at that car and then you pop the hood and realize that the antifreeze is empty and you fill the antifreeze up, boom, it all dumps into the engine, and there's your blown head gasket, $2,000 fix. You just lost all your money and all your confidence. Okay? Number 3, this is probably the most important tip, and I did not know you could do this. I actually figured this out a year ago, and if you don't have AAA, I strongly suggest that you guys get AAA. If you get AAA, you get the premium coverage. It's about $15 a month if you get the yearly subscription, which is what I get. With the yearly subscription, you get free battery jumps. Sometimes you get free battery jumps, you get free battery replacements, and you also get 200 miles of towing a year. Depending on where you have to tow the car to work on it, you could tow the car there before you get the registration done. And that way you don't have to drive an unsafe car to shop or your home in fear of hurting yourself or somebody else. I never suggest driving a car fresh from the auction. It is very dangerous and you can get hurt. So please, get AAA. It's $15 a month. You can get the car towed. You have nothing to worry about. If the car breaks down, you can call AAA, and it doesn't matter how many cars you have. It only matters that you have it, because they cover the person. They don't cover the vehicle. They cover the person. So if I break down in my coworker's, car, and we're stranded and I need to get home because my wife's leaving for school and I got to watch my kids, I'm going to call AAA, and AAA is going to pick me up, drop me off where I need to be, and then drop the car off where it needs to be. That is the most important tip I can give you guys. $15 a month will save you thousands, and it even saves you on the registration and tags fee first. But remember, you cannot drive the car without your tags or your registration. The car will get impounded off the bat. This just gives you a little time to assess what vehicle you have and see if there's any major issues with it. Okay, number four would be offer commissions for leads and sales. Don't be cheap, all right? Car flipping is very, very, very slow money sometimes, okay? Tell your friends, your family, post it on social media. Me, I offer a 5% commission to anybody who gives me a lead to one of my sales. If I sell a car for $3,000 and I make $1,000 profit, I am going to break off the person who gave me that customer 5% of that $1,000 profit. All right, don't ever cheap out on people, because I promise you, I get about half of the cars I buy, most of the cars I buy, most of the cars I buy, and about half of the cars I sell are the leads from people I know. When you treat people right, they'll go around, you give them a couple bucks, and it will go a very long way. Nobody has a problem making $100, $200, $300 just for saying, oh, you're looking for a car. Hey, I know so-and-so, he's a really good guy, and he has a really nice car that he just fixed up and it has no issues. And then boom, there's your sale. Always, don't be afraid to ask for help. Put it out there. It might take 45 days, it might take 60 days to sell the car. So it does not hurt you at all to give a little bit of your profit away just to get that sale done. Which brings me to tip number 5. Now, before I get into tip number 5, if any of these tips helped you today, or you found any of this information useful, please comment, let me know what you found most useful. If you enjoyed the content, hit the subscribe button. We'll be doing tons of more videos like this. I'll be taking you guys inside flipping cars, doing a bunch of other things to save money and make money. All right, I appreciate it. And number 5, last but not least, is be patient. What do I mean by be patient? I mean, do not try to force a purchase or force a flip. If you're at the auction one day for 6 hours and it's getting to the end of the day and there's only a few cars left and you haven't bought nothing, don't try to buy a car you don't really want, or a car that isn't very easy to sell because you don't have a car today. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a nice little side hustle to make extra income, and it's sub passive income, and I love doing it because it makes me great money, and I love working for myself. So I would just trust the whole process. Be very patient. Do not force a sale. There is always tomorrow, and there is always another auction. There's always another car. There's millions of cars out here in the world, and you can get your hands on a bunch of them for very, 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 very cheap. Do not overpay for something you do not want.